Many people just assume that climate and weather are exactly the same thing, and that anyone trying to differentiate between the two are just splitting hairs. However, climate and weather are two very different things, and we should not treat one exactly like the other. First off, climate is the long-term average of weather and can be calculated as average temperatures, precipitation rates, and other weather variables for at least 30 years. We didn't just choose 30 years because it sounds good. We chose the length of time to also follow the rules of basic statistics. In those 30 years, an area's climate will see all kinds of weather, including dry spells, cold snaps, severe weather, floods, and maybe even things like hurricanes or tornadoes. The point of the long amount of time is to average out anomalous events, like on July 6, 2012, when it was 103 degrees Fahrenheit here in East Lansing, which was 20 degrees above the climactic average on all July 6s, which was 83 degrees Fahrenheit. So, weather is what is happening today and tomorrow in an exact location, while the climate is the overall average for the record of time in a general area. Not with me? Okay, consider baseball. Over the course of a Major League Baseball season, if a hitter plays in nearly every game, he will get somewhere around 600 at bats. One of the best hitters currently in the league, and maybe even ever, is Miguel Cabrera, and he had 555 at bats in 2013 and hit astronomically better than anyone else in the American League. He had an average of 348 with 44 home runs and 137 runs batted in, and accordingly, he won the Most Valuable Player award for the second year in a row. Sabermetrics nerds can argue about wins over replacement or batting average with balls in play, but it was really a deserved award for Cabrera. That was an incredible season for an incredible player. But let's go back to the beginning of the 2013 season on April 13th. The Tigers were in Oakland, and thanks to 6 strong innings from Justin Verlander, they won the game 7-3 despite their bullpen's best efforts to ruin it. Miguel Cabrera went 0 for 4 with a strikeout. That was a very un-Cabrera-like game, while the team's backup catcher, Brian Pena, went 2 for 3 with a crucial RBI to seal the game. As such, Miguel Cabrera, one of the best hitters in the last century, went 0 for 4 and batted 0 for the day, while Brian Pena, a journeyman backup catcher, hit .666 for the day. Weather can be considered to be like the day-to-day goings-on for a batter in baseball, while their season average can be considered to be the climate. Cabrera's batting 0 was just a blip on the radar, but his average did drop from 357 to 326 in one day. But by the time the season was over, Cabrera was back up to near 350, and his reputation as one of the most feared hitters in the league was never really in jeopardy. Similarly, Brian Pena's good day did not instantly make him a batter who inspired fear, and by the end of the season, he finished with a respectable average just below 300. So, weather and climate are not the same thing, just as a batter's performance in one baseball game is not indicative of an entire season or career. Weather is the day-to-day changes in your area, while climate is the long-term average. They are definitely not the same.